light. Start.
So today we are going to see about the functions and the effect of deficiency of essential fatty acids. See, fatty acids which cannot be synthesized by the human body, so therefore we have to taken through the diet. So that type of acids which is called as essential fatty acids. These essential fatty acids are essential to the human body, and these are linolenic acid, linoleic acid, alpha-linolenic acid and arachidonic acid. See, actually linoleic acid, these are called as a true essential fatty acid because other two are naturally synthesized. And arachidonic acid, this can be formed from the linoleic acid, and alpha-linoleic acid, this can be converted to eicosapentaenoic acid and deicosahexaenoic acid. This EPA and DHA, this can be synthesized from the alpha-linoleic acid. And some classes of essential fatty acids are omega-3 fatty acids and omega-6 fatty acids. Three main omega-3 fatty acids are alpha-linoleic acid and deicosahexaenoic acid and eicosapentaenoic acid. Omega-6 fatty acid, these are essential, this is also essential fatty acid, and that are linoleic acid, deicosapentaenoic acid and arachidonic acid, and these are found in the safflower oil, soybean oil, green leafy vegetables, flax seeds, walnuts. These are rich in linoleic acid and alpha-linolenic acid. And marine oil, fat in fish and fish oil, these are highest source of eicosapentaenoic acid and deicosahexaenoic acid. Egg yolk, salmon and crab, these are rich in omega-3 fatty acids. Next we can see the functions of essential fatty acid. First we can see the specific functions of omega-3 fatty acid. So in the cancer prevention, omega-3 fatty acid have been found to prevent the breast cancer and colon cancer by inhibiting the tumor cell growth. And in anti-inflammatory effect, this deicosahexaenoic acid and eicosapentaenoic acid, these are increase the production of anti-inflammatory group of eicosanoid. And in omega-3 fatty acid, this decrease the production of interleukin-1 and tumor necrosis factors. These are the main responsible for the inflammation, and this can be controlled by the omega-3 fatty acids. And it also prevents the inflammatory diseases like rheumatoid arthritis and inflammatory bowel disorders. This omega-3 fatty acid relax the muscles and blood vessels of the uterus during the pregnancy to the lactation period. It relaxes the muscles and blood vessels of uterus and also reduce the menstrual cramps. They also reduce the inflammation of mucous membrane of the uterus, and it also helps to reduce abdominal pain before, during and after menstruation periods, and it makes delivery easier. So formation of prostaglandin. So this omega-3 fatty acid is responsible for the formation of prostaglandin, which is found in the every single cells of the body. And this prostaglandin, which helps to regulate the cell activities, also including the transmission of genetic information from generation to generation. So it's also essential for this. And omega-3 fatty acids also defense mechanisms, like it creates the healthy cell walls and support the defense mechanism of the body as well as detoxification activity, so that it makes the cell membranes more permeable. And the permeability of the membrane helps in the protecting the cells against the invading bacteria, that is it against the bacteria which is toxins in the body, and also infections and also virus. And the cell membrane also facilitate the flow of nutrients, waste materials in and out of the cell. And omega-3 fatty acid also regulate the activities of the extracellular matrix. And this omega-3 fatty acids in lipids in cerebral cortex, at least 80% of fats in the brain is lipids, and is especially in the cerebral cortex, and which is made up of omega-3 fatty acids. A diet rich in omega-3 fatty acid contributes to high degree of intelligence and memory by improving the concentration and mental alertness, especially for the infants and preschool children. And omega-3 fatty acid to support the development of baby's brain, eye and nervous system. So this also generate a change in membrane fluidity, enzyme activity and gene expression. So this also helps in the depression, preventing the depression. The next, omega-3 fatty acid also involved in the renal mechanism. It maintains the renal, which increase the insulin sensitivity and also reduce the chance of getting asthma. It has the anti-aging effect, especially during the old age, and also reduce the risk of cognitive decline or dementia. So due to dementia, it's Alzheimer's disease, and also reduce the oxidative stress, provide the protection against stress, and also effective in the prevention of coronary heart disease. So this omega-3 fatty acid also improve the serum lipids and provide the cardiovascular protection, and it suppresses the production of pro-inflammatory compounds in the body, and therefore it influences the inflammatory conditions such as arthritis, diabetes, inflammatory bowel disease, cancer, and autoimmune disease. Next, we can see the specific functions of the omega-6 fatty acid. So in in skin, the major fatty acid of the epidermis is arachidonic acid. So the linoleic acid is also serves in the epidermis, regulating the barrier function, and linoleic acid involved in maintaining the integrity of the skin. And linoleic acid, it maintains the fragility of mitochondrial membranes, also helps in maintaining integrity of the epidermal water barrier. And all the skin function and maintenance of membrane stability, these are done mostly by omega-6 fatty acid. So for the function of a proper function of skin, omega-6 fatty acid is more essential. And in general functions of essential fatty acid, so in vision, the photoreceptor in the retina of the eye also contains the high proportion of phospholipids. This is containing 2-docosahexaenoic acid moieties. And docosahexaenoic acid protects against the retinal oxidation and degeneration. Central nervous system, the brain and nervous tissues maintain lipids contain a particularly high proportion of arachidonic acid and DHA. So these two type of fatty acid which improves the cognitive functions. Next, growth and development. So intrauterine and postnatal growth, which requires the supply of omega-6 fatty acid and PUFA, that is polyunsaturated fatty acid. And these essential fatty acid which plays an important role in the fetal growth and early human development. And there are significant associations between the dietary intakes of arachidonic acid and the DHA and birth weight, heart circumference, and placental weight. So these DHA and the essential fatty acid both associate between the growth and development of the brain as well as the body. And next, it is also involved in the immune health. So these are involved in the bacterial activity against the common pathogens like staphylococci, streptococci, and pneumococci. Essential fatty acids are involved in the membrane composition of immunocompetent cells such as T cells and B cells, and also involved in the energy stores. These are found in skin. Essential fatty acids are found in skin phospholipids and also occurs in triglycerides, which serve as energy stores of sebum precursors. These are oxidized more rapidly than the saturated fatty acids. The next is essential fatty acid role in cardiovascular function. So it lowers the triglycerides and raises the high density lipoprotein cholesterol levels, and also improves the blood circulation and reduce the blood clotting and improves vascular function and lowers blood pressure. And next, in membrane structure, linoleic acid strengthens the cell membranes, preventing a harmful effect in skin and membrane permeability. So this essential fatty acid also which involves the transportation of cholesterol. Like other fatty acid, linoleic acid combines with cholesterol to form cholesterol esters for the transport in the blood. In serum cholesterol, linoleic acid helps lower serum cholesterol levels, and it plays a key role in the transport and metabolism of cholesterol. So it's also involved in the blood clotting, like prolonged blood clotting time, that is, it increases the blood clotting time and increase the fibrolytic activity. So essential fatty acid dilate blood vessels and reduce blood pressure. Omega-3 fatty acid and omega-6 fatty acid have anti-inflammatory and anti-thrombogenic, hyperlipidemic and vasodilatory properties, so that it involved in the blood clotting. Bioactive compounds. Linoleic acid is a major metabolic precursor of a group of physiologically and pharmacologically active compounds like prostaglandins, prostacyclins, thromboxanes and leukotrienes. So these are called as eicosanoids. So some of the effect of deficiency we have given here, like reproduction. This also involved in the reproduction and lactation. So if the essential fatty acids is deficient, mean it adversely affects the reproduction and lactation and integrity of the cell membrane, because it also involved in the permeability of cell membrane. So it affects the integrity of the cell membranes and cell, and also it affects the enzyme systems also, which affects the transport of cholesterol and increase in risk of coronary heart disease. It also adversely affects the water balance, growth and vision, and also production of energy by the oxidation of fatty acids. So these essential fatty acids in animals, they have found out that conversion of food energy into metabolic energy for the growth and maintenance is poor. So if the deficiency of essential fatty acid, which leads to the poor growth and maintenance, especially in the metabolic energy, and essential fatty acid deficiency can also occur in fat malabsorption. So this occasionally in protein calorie malnutrition, so where there is the deficiency of fat calories. And in infants who were fed on the formula with lowest amount of linoleic acid for 3 months, they have developed a dry, thick, flaking skin and suffered from retard growth. A lack of linoleic acid, which leads to scaly skin rash and dermatitis. So a poor growth in children and lowered immune response. And in deficiency of linoleic acid, which leads to breakdown in skin integrity, and this results in schema and skin lesions. So deficiency of essential fatty acid may cause permanent learning defects and alters the alterations in synaptic functions in the brain, as we already told that the essential fatty acid DHA and EPA is important for the cognitive development. So if the deficiency of essential fatty acid, which leads to defects in this. So these are some of the skin lesions, rashes and dermatitis. So the impact of omega-3 fatty acids on cardiovascular disease, arthritis, cancer and chronic diseases, as well as it alters the immune and mental states, which including the attention deficient and hyperactivity disorders. So deficiency of omega-6 fatty acid, this is essential fatty acid, and which also have clinical implications and including growth retardation, skin lesions, reproductive failure, fatty liver and polydipsia. Thank you.